Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ Envy.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Monday.
Yes, it's Monday.
Start of another work week, and if you're watching us on Revolt TV, you're not.
No,
because
they're not.
Revolt TV is off this week.
Oh,
Absolutely.
they are?
Yeah, you know they got to take off 20 weeks out of the year just to keep the lights on. You know, the state of the culture is stealing all the money over there. You know what I mean? Salute to Joe Budden, Remy Ma, and Scotty Beam, and Jinx. Okay? And
I
the
didn't even
production crew of that
realize
show.
that Revolt was off this week.
Well, you know.
Okay.
If you don't realize it, then you probably don't have it on your cable package.
My goodness.
I don't have it on my cable package.
Exactly.
Me
We don't
neither.
have Revolt.
Okay.
Well, back to the work week. Welcome back to the work week, guys. How was everybody's weekend?
Mine's good. I went running twice this weekend. You know, I had my run club Run With Yee. So I'm trying to run again, but I feel a little sore today. But yeah, shout out to everybody who was running.
How far do you run and where do you run?
It's 3.25 miles in Prospect Park.
Okay.
So it's a 5K, basically.
Okay. All right.
You ran. Remember we used to go boxing together and we would be on the treadmill running?
Yeah. I still box 3 days a week. I was all over the place. I was in LA last week. I was in Detroit. I was in Charlotte, and then I closed out in Atlanta. I was busy running around. Charlamagne, I seen you was out in Atlanta.
Yeah, I was in Atlanta for the Ride Conference. Salute to everybody that pulled up to have a conversation with me at the Ride Conference.
How was the Trap Museum?
I didn't go by the Trap Museum because the Trap Museum was from 6 to 9. So, you know, I'd be in and out. So I flew in, went to the Ride Conference. Then I went over to Edgewood, went to my man Killer Mike's swag shop, barbershop, went to have some Jamaican food. And then I was on the first thing smoking back to New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but salute to the A. I love Atlanta, man. Atlanta's so beautiful and black.
So
Oh,
why
my
were you
God.
in and out like that?
I got a whole family at home with a 1-week-old baby, okay, and a 10-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old daughter. I got to be home.
In and out.
Yeah, I got things to do.
Yeah, and shout to my team. I should say my son's team, his football team. They did their thing over the weekend. So shout to the Brick City Lions. They play out in Newark. They did their thing. They got a big game coming up this week. And my son's doing pretty good. He got like 2-3 interceptions of the year, a pick 6. So he's doing good. He's doing way better than my Giants. But we'll talk about that.
Oh, and I got a colonic on Friday.
Oh, how was that?
That was an amazing experience.
That
I'm not
was
gonna
it.
lie.
Weekend?
A little bit uncomfortable, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I have a new respect for bottoms, dropping the clues bombs for all the bottoms out there. It's just a little uncomfortable when she got the tube in your butt and like you got to start on your side, and then she's like, you know, lay on your back, so you got to lay on your back, but you can't. You got to lay on your back with water tube still in your butt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just a little uncomfortable when you're moving around.
Did they shoot the water in you and
Yeah,
stuff?
Oh, all of that.
Did he move the tube around, or did he? How did he do it?
Nah. It was a woman. And she didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? It was, and I was releasing very frequently because I already eat well.
Mm-hmm.
And as she said, she could tell I chew my food well, and she said she could tell I have a very good diet. And I released easily. You know what I
You
mean?
released easily.
Release yourself.
I released easily, and I'm going to get 2 more because they say you got to get 3 just to make sure that you
Got
like,
everything
good,
out.
Good. Yeah. And then I know some people say that it is dangerous, the colonics, because they take out some of the good bacteria out of your stomach.
And it could tear your butt, too, I think.
I don't know anything about that.
Did you bleed?
Definitely didn't bleed.
Oh, well, that's
You know what
good.
I
You
mean?
began some practice.
Well, but it's good for you. You know what I'm saying? I like.
Some
to,
people will tell you colonics aren't good for you. Some
Right.
people say they're great for
Well,
you.
the only negative they say is that they take out the good bacteria out of your stomach.
Okay.
But I mean, I think it's just like anything else. I would rather get more of the wrong stuff out because the right stuff can always go back in.
So you wide open right now?
Definitely not wide open right now.
Okay.
But my skin is going to look much better,
but-
and my abs will continue to look great.
But all right.
You know what I mean?
Well, this morning, Remy Martin and Papoose will be joining us. Remy Ma and Papoose will be joining us this morning. They got a
their
new
show
show on
starts
tonight.
tonight.
Yeah, what's the name of the show?
Meet the Mackies.
Meet the Mackies.
So hold on, does State of the Culture take a week off this week too? Or it's just all a Revolt? When Revolt takes a week off, how does that work?
I think that this show's already been recorded with Remy Ma and Papoose because if you remember, this is when she found out she was pregnant.
Yeah, but she got time.
So-
She got time to do press. So I'm saying.
Yeah, she probably scheduled it around when they got to film.
Okay.
All right, so
I was
we'll-
being sarcastic.
That show's only once a week.
Okay.
We'll kick it with them. And then we got front page news. What we talking about?
Oh, let's talk about California. They are making major strides for women. We'll tell you what it is at the first state to do this.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Start with sports. The Texans beat the Colts 37-34. The Packers beat the Bills 22-0. The Cowboys beat the Lions 26-24. Patriots beat the Dolphins 38-7. The Bengals beat the Falcons 37-36. The Jaguars beat the Jets 31-12. The Raiders beat the Browns barely 45-42. The Titans beat the Eagles 26-23. The Giants lost to the Saints 33-18. And the Ravens beat the Steelers 26-14 tonight. The Chiefs take on the Broncos at 8:15.
Did you see the Giants go? I didn't see the game, but I heard they got their ass kicked yesterday.
Nah, I didn't see it. My son had a game.
Who did the Giants play yesterday?
I don't know.
The Saints, right? New Orleans Saints?
I don't know.
Was it scored like 30-something to 13 or something like that?
My son won 40-6. I didn't watch that game.
Okay.
I don't know.
Now you want to protest?
No, I didn't protest.
You want to boycott?
I didn't have time. I was with my son. My son had a game yesterday.
All right.
What else is going on, Yee?
Well, California has signed a law which means that the publicly traded companies have to include women on their board of directors. California is the first state to require this to happen. So that means that there has to be at least one female director on each board of any California-based corporation by the end of next year. Then by 2021, depending on how many people are on the board, it could be up to 3 female directors that are mandatory, depending on how many boards he said there are. They already do this in some countries in Europe, like Norway and France. So, yes, great new law in California. Also, Facebook, there was a data breach. Nearly 50 million accounts were affected. Now, you might notice that if you're trying to use your device to go on Facebook, it's making you log back in again. That's because what they had to do was reset the profiles for people who were breached, and then they also did that for 40 million other users that have been subject to a view as lookup in the last year. So that means 90 million people. Normally, you go on your phone, you're automatically logged into Facebook. Now you have to reset your You don't have to reset your password, but you do need to log back in, and you should have gotten a notification about this breach as well. So
I wonder why Facebook isn't as addictive as Twitter or Instagram.
For some people, it is.
Is it the way that it's set up on your mobile device? Because on your mobile device, it don't look like Instagram and
some
Twitter.
people are on it like crazy.
Yeah, some people use Facebook more than anything. I think Facebook might have more users.
No, listen, that's not my drug of choice. I wish I felt the way about all other social media sites the way I feel about Facebook. I would be in a much better mental space.
All right, and we're wondering what's going to happen now. We're keeping our eye on what's going on with Brett Kavanaugh. Now, they are saying if the FBI investigation finds that he lied, then according to Senators Jeff Flake and Chris Coons, they are saying that if he did lie about any type of sexual assault and misconduct allegations, then they will not move forward with his nomination. But the FBI is going to be doing an investigation of Kavanaugh. Only problem with this investigation is Donald Trump said the FBI would have free reign to investigate whatever it wanted in the probe, but what they are saying is that it is limited in scope. When you do a further investigation, the White House will actually be the only one able to give direction to the FBI.
I really want to, how do you investigate a groping from 35 years ago?
I don't know how you do that
flashing
either.
from 35 years ago.
That's
what I'm trying to figure out. How?
Well, I think a lot of it is also about lying, and there's a lot of people coming forward that went to school with them.
How do you know he
they're
lied,
interviewing
though?
those people. It doesn't even have to be about that, about anything. He could have lied about a lot of different things.
But does that mean if he lied about something else, he really did that back 30 years ago, though?
Well, it means that if you're a liar under oath, that you shouldn't be a Supreme Court justice, I would assume.
Everybody lies, though.
Under oath, when you're trying to become Supreme Court
Man,
justice,
them white
it's a
people
different
be
type of
lying
job.
all goddamn day long in the government. Yes. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that, yes, they lie.
Right. And in this particular, it's like a job interview, like we've said before. This isn't a criminal investigation or anything. So if you're trying to get this particular job that requires you to be honest and they find out that you lied, you won't get the nomination.
Yeah, I've never lied to get a job. I always wanted to, though. Like when you get to that part on the application where it says, have you ever been convicted of a felony or anything like that? I always want to say no, but I've never lied about any felonies. Yeah, and I still would get the jobs. I mean, it was just demo in the mall and, telemarketing, but, nothing like Supreme Court justice.
Okay. All right. Well, that's front page news. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. Maybe you had a horrible weekend and you just need to get some things off your chest. Or if you feel blessed, 800-585-1051. Hit us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This audio was uploaded by Mr. G.A. Willie. Search for my channel on YouTube, MRGAWILLIE.
The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, get it off your chest, mama.
I want to say good morning, y'all, and then I want to get off my chest that last night I made some gumbo for the first time. It came out good.
Okay.
How old are you?
So I want to 26. I'll be 27 in a few weeks.
And you just learned how to make gumbo?
Yeah, how are you supposed to make gumbo?
I don't know how to make gumbo. Was it spicy?
it did have a little spice to it.
Where you from?
I'm from California, but I live in Louisiana now.
Oh, okay. So you just moved to Louisiana. That's why you're just making gumbo. Okay.
Yeah, so I got a shout out to Miss Betty, my neighbor, because she came through. She helped me. She watched me make my roots so I won't burn it. So I got the best neighbors, Mr. Jack and Miss Betty. So shout out to them.
That's dope. It feels
Mama.
good when you learn how to make a new dish and you do a great job at it.
Yeah, salute to my sister Alicia Renee. She makes a great gumbo.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what up, man? It's Kevin.
Kevin, what's up? Get it off your chest.
Yes, well, at this point, I'm blessed because I get my son every Friday to Sunday now.
Congratulations,
Nice.
sir.
In the month of June, I've been trying to get in touch with you guys since June. He was taken away from me.
Why?
From my ex by illegally lying on the court applications, taking the custody case out of state and lying.
People lie all the
And
time in
then-
court. I just said that.
No, I know you did, but this is the court of law, and I proved it, and they didn't care. I'm in a woman's world when it comes to this custody crap.
Well, I'm glad you got your
And,
child, man. What did you do over the weekend with him?
We went to a petting zoo.
Okay.
We go to church every Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do the right thing, man.
It is hard for guys in that world, though, but I'm seeing a lot more guys, like going into the system and putting themselves on child support and getting their visits and getting custody of the kids if need be.
Yeah, it's tough, man, and it's really not fair, but that's the world we live in, right?
Absolutely.
You're doing the best you can, brother.
I'm glad you got
Yes, I
your
am.
son, man.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a great day, huh?
You too now. Hello, who's this?
Yo, iPhone Sim, baby, was popping.
iPhone Sim, you good, man? You staying out of trouble, bro?
I'm chilling, yo. Yo, Charlamagne, bro, when am I getting my tickets, bro, for this Wednesday?
Tickets for what, Venom?
Yeah, bro.
I'm having a movie screening for Venom Wednesday. I don't know, man. Did you call up to win them?
I already won them, man.
Yeah, he said he won already.
Oh, so I don't know how that works. I don't know if you come get your tickets from the station. I don't know if you want to. I think you're on a list. You should be on the list.
So do I just show up to the spot?
Nah, just don't show up.
Nah,
Did they contact you?
Yeah, they'll contact you. They'll send you an email, tell you where the spot is and all of that.
All right, gang.
Nah, see, that's why we don't need you in there right there. I don't want nobody in there gang.
I don't be
iPhone cool, man.
Yo, you already know, Envy.
All right, bro.
You already know.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up at any time. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club.
So you better have the same energy.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. It's Mr. Bombade out of Atlanta. How y'all doing this morning?
What's up, bro? Get
What's
it off
up,
your
my
chest.
brother? I saw you this weekend, man.
Yeah, man, that's why I was calling in, Charlamagne, man. I want to big you up, man. That was a great conversation at that Ride Rollout Conference this weekend, man. I appreciate the conversation that y'all had.
Hey, thank you. I don't know why. I don't know why people show me the love that they do, but I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no, it was real good to build with you at that thing, man. But good seeing you, man. Like I said, I just wanted to call in, big you up, great conversation, and can't wait. I'm looking forward to the book coming out as well.
Yeah, next month, October 23rd, Shook on Anxiety playing tricks on me. I'll be back in Atlanta next month, too. I'm going to be at the Walmart on Gresham Road, which everybody tells me is in the hood. Everybody's like, you going to the Walmart on Gresham Road?
You'll be all right.
Look, man, it's Walmart.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, good morning. It's your boy Spectre. How we doing?
What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
Yo, first I want to get one thing off my chest. Envy, I'm still waiting to hear that new Smith & Wesson.
Did you send Did you send it?
Yeah. Nah, I said it. You the DJ, how you ain't got it?
I ain't got it. Charlamagne, you got it? You heard it?
I don't have the new Smith
Did
&
Ninth
Wesson.
Wonder produce some of that?
He did. I meant to. I meant to
Yeah.
listen to that album. Ninth actually told me the album is banging. I love Ninth
Yeah,
Wonder's
yeah,
production.
I'm gonna look it up today.
yeah,
I'm gonna look it up
yeah.
today.
I just saw one of them in the juice bar over the weekend. I saw Tech in the juice bar.
Shout out to Tech. He always has a juice
I
bar.
saw him, yeah.
Now, which one is
Friday
Tech?
and
Is Tech
Saturday.
Smith & Wesson?
The brown skin one, the darkest skin.
I don't know which one that is.
Steel is the light skin one.
I mean, I know Steel and Tech. I don't know which one is Smith and which one is Wesson, though. Remember they had to. Yeah, didn't they have to change their name at one point?
Well,
The Cocoa Brothers.
Cocoa Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yo, and everything, man. I gotta hear that new Smith & Wesson, though, man.
My G. I know you riding right now with your hoodie.
Let's
and your-
represent for
and-
Brooklyn.
And your denim jean shorts and your 40 belows on. You know what I mean? But I don't think we playing that one this morning.
Nah. I'm gonna try to get it on though.
No, you're
one
not.
day this
Stop
week.
lying.
I am. I'll download it. I gotta listen to it. I haven't heard it yet. It might be crazy. If it's crazy, I'm
I
gonna
heard
play
it's
it.
dope.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, DJ Indy, Charlamagne, Angela Yee. This is Crystal from Miami.
What up,
What's up,
Crystal?
Crystal?
Good morning. I
I just woke up. I'm on my way to work, and you know how when you scroll on Facebook and you see it's a page on Facebook called I Need a Word, and I don't know, it just come out to me, and a lot of TTJ's words this morning was basically surrounding around faith. And I'm like, okay, Crystal, yeah, you don't have much faith. And it just always brings me back to Charlamagne, because Charlamagne is like my idol, right? I don't know what God is trying to tell me, what's going through me. And I feel like me and Charlamagne both are lacking faith, because I hear Charlamagne say a lot of times how he has parental, I keep pronouncing it wrong.
Parental paranoia.
Yes, and I have a 13-year-old, and oh my God, I'm so paranoid. Like, I'd be like, where you at? What you doing? How you thinking? Like, and it's like, I have no faith. I have no faith that she's going to go out and do the right things, and she's going to live her best life. And that's for me, too. So I don't know if God just wanted me to speak to you, Charlamagne, and just say, have a little faith. Everything going to be all right. And if you have to take a word from Lil Wayne, he always says he's always preparing for the best, but he's hold
on, baby. Hold on. Now, hold on. Let's be clear. I have a lot of faith. I walk in faith and not fear. And I'm not concerned about, my daughters. I'm concerned about the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what we worry about when we send our kids out into the world every day. What's going to happen? I'm sure you feel the same way, right, Envy?
Nah, I'm worried about my daughters. I ain't going to lie. I'm worried about my daughters and the world.
Why are you worried about your daughters? Your daughter, ain't you instilling the right things in them that they're going to do the right thing?
Yeah, I'm absolutely. I'm not concerned with what they do. I'm concerned with what somebody tries to do to them.
That's the world, Envy. Man, shut up. God damn. How you got a degree in anything?
It's also so anything crazy. That can happen. A car accident.
That's the world.
I guess it is the world.
My God.
But I will say that no matter what you do for your kids, even if you teach them everything right and instill the right things, you never know what could happen.
Absolutely. Because you can't control the world.
No, I'm talking about with them. They might make decisions too that you can't control.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm on their ass.
Think about how bad y'all were.
That's true, but I'm on their ass. All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up at any time. Yeah, we got rumors on the way.
Well, the Carter 5 first week projections are in, and just like y'all should have known what was going to happen, we'll tell you what those numbers are looking like.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to these rumors. Let's talk Lil Wayne.
It's about time.
What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report.
Talk to him.
With Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, the Carter 5 dropped, and they're saying it's going to sell between 475 and 525,000 in the first week. Huge numbers. That'll be the third biggest first week sales of the year behind Drake and Travis Scott.
Oh, boy, was I wrong. I mean, I figured Lil Wayne would be number one, but I was not going to be surprised if that little biracial boy Logic had sold more than him and Kanye.
Well, Logic is going to do about between 90 and 110,000 in his first week also.
And that was a mixtape.
Yeah, Young Sinatra 4.
Yeah, people been waiting for the Wayne album, though.
Yeah, it's been forever, and everybody's been watching his legal struggles and wondering when is the Carter 5 ever going to be able to come out. So
y'all overhyping the Wayne album, though. It's not as whack as some of y'all saying it is, and it's not as a classic like y'all saying it is. It's just a good album. A solid Lil Wayne album.
I think it's hard for me to say so quickly. Like, I listened to it over the weekend, but I feel like sometimes you got to keep. It's 23 songs on it.
It's
you
a solid.
Keep on listening to it.
That's also one of the reasons it's too long, but it's a solid project. It's a solid Lil Wayne album.
I like the album.
Well, Young Thug put out a preview of Barter 7. He's releasing that album, and he also shared a photo of Bill Cosby surrounded by women. And here is a little snippet from Barter 7. I think my idol is a hater, and it's a song called Idols Become Rivals.
That's a waste of time at this point. Because, I mean, you trying to, throw salt at Lil Wayne by coming out with the Barter 7. Lil Wayne just did 500,000 records on, his 20th album? What album is this?
I don't really understand it. I thought Birdman and Thug were cool, and Birdman is Wayne's son, father. So why are they beefing? I'm confused.
Unless there's something going on behind the scenes we don't know. I don't think Lil Wayne is thinking about Young Thug.
Well, Birdman is under criminal investigation, and Young Thug also for that Lil Wayne tour bus shooting.
So
they are investigating both of them. That shooting happened back in 2015, and so now I guess there's new information. And they are under investigation.
I just want the record to show if you're shooting at me, then that makes you the hater. Okay? I'm unbothered. I'm just over here minding my business.
All right, Omari Hardwick. Apparently, he was bothered. And remember, get it off your chest. In the morning, somebody called The Breakfast Club and said this about their experience with Omari Hardwick.
I was in
Brooklyn Bridge Park. And I spotted Omari Hardwick. And I walked up to him and, you know, I told him he was a great actor. And I told him I was a fan and that could I get a photo with him? And he was like, no photos because I'm with my family. So I said, oh, really? Okay. And I went to walk off. He started yelling and screaming at me, oh, all you care about is ghosts. You didn't even acknowledge my family. Like, I don't know your family, you know?
All right. Well, Omari Hardwick was on social media. He posted a picture and somebody said, heard you yelled at a girl who asked for a picture because you were with your family. In her defense, she didn't know who was with you. You actors be acting like you're God. Knock it off, Playboy. And Omari Hardwick really spent a lot of time responding. I don't know if you guys saw this. It's on Baller Alert. He spent a long time responding to this post. It's really like a couple of pages long. But he says, let me kill your effery, Playboy. And Playboy, she got out of the car to follow me and my family, maybe 200 yards, as this older sweet nanny tells us. She gets to me and asks for a pic. I say, as I always do, God bless you. I don't do pics when I'm with my family. And he goes on to explain that he is a man, a king of a tribe, a respectful friend to all whom walk with me in a public setting. He said, I am not an actor first. She was someone infatuated with the character, obviously, and could give two F's about the cat I am. The person who could never be defined as you just tried to. Mind your mouth before you use it out of turn. Wrong one, Playboy. Watch how many comments follow my rebuttal to this BS. And it goes on and on and on from there.
Listen, I have no problem with how Omari reacted. He's with his family, and sometimes people act like you not human. They don't even treat you like you're a person. They treat you like a product, and you aren't entitled to my space or my time just because you watch my TV show.
Right. Well, he gave a lot of time on social media.
Definitely gave him a lot of time.
All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that's your Rumor Report.
All right, now when we come back, Cedric the Entertainer will be joining us. We'll kick it with Cedric the Entertainer.
No, his new show starts tonight also?
Yes, on CBS. It's called, what's it
Neighborhood
called?
or something?
The Neighborhood.
The Neighborhood. All right, so we'll kick it with Cedric the Entertainer when we come back. And don't forget, Remy Ma and Papoose will be joining us next hour. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This audio was uploaded by Mr. G.A. Willie. Search for my channel on YouTube, MRGAWILLIE.
It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, Cedric the Entertainer.
Morning, man.
How you tricked them white people into giving you a show on CBS?
Know what I mean? That's what, that was the move right there. You just come off so, cordial and kind of use big words. And, they go, you know what? He seems like a nice enough young man. Now, I'm getting that CBS money, right? It's been a long time since black people been over there, man.
I know, man. I was trying to think. I was like, when the last time? I remember Jermaine Fowler had Superior Donuts.
Yeah, Superior Donuts, and he was like on there by himself. But like, I brought the whole, I brought in Sheena. I got the young guys, Marcel Spears and Sheon McKinney. We came in there thick.
Yeah.
And then I'm executive producing with my partner, Eric Rohn. So we walked off up in there with him, So and the show is fun, man. It's about, gentrification in a way, where white family moves into a black neighborhood. And so you kind of see that. You see that, right? You see it everywhere from Harlem to Brooklyn to, where that started to be the change. And then, it's all about how you feel about that when somebody comes into your hood and then how you have to grow. My character's old school and kind of stuck in the ways. Don't believe in this. I love the word.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it is. I just say it quite often whenever I describe my character. I even looked it up, curmudgeon.
I looked that word up one time because they used it to describe somebody I don't really like.
And now you use it all the time.
I was like, oh, yes, that's that person
they
for real.
They call him a curmudgeon. It's not a compliment. I love how this show came about, though, and how you became executive producer because the show was presented to you, but you said, you know what? I can give these characters more dimension.
Yeah, because it was loosely based from the creator, Jim Reynolds. It was loosely based off his real life. He had moved into a predominantly black neighborhood, just why the white co-creator. But all the characters at that time, all the minority characters were like just stereotypes of
right,
what
he
thought.
Know what that really would feel like for us.
And it's like, it's the way that white people think, like, oh my God, I know how you're feeling. Like,
no, you don't.
No, you don't.
I have no idea.
And then, and so, but, he did have, the right spirit about it. Like, once I met with him, you knew that his attitude was, he thought that he was telling a really true story. And I said, well, you only telling the truth from your side of it. You don't know his side. So once we got to work together, we were able to kind of create what the show is that we have now, and so it became something that I thought would be a great presentation and something good for CBS. You know, it's an old school style sitcom though. Like it remind you of like the flip version of All in the Family or something like the Jeffersons, like where you see that kind of these two worlds crashing together. And we can tell a modern story about it though.
Did you learn about his side of gentrification from this?
Yeah, you know, because you know from his side, you know, again, he just. You know, you would say it's like white privilege. He just liked the house that he wanted to live in, and so
it was affordable.
Yeah, and it was affordable, and that's what he was trying to do. He just didn't think about it much, and you know, and I guess you know he also kind of had an idea. They go to city plannings and city commerce meetings, so he knew what was coming.
Right.
Like the black people, we don't know what's coming in our neighborhood. We just be mad when the Whole Foods show up.
Yeah.
He knew it was coming like 9 months ago. He was like this, but it was like that. So, but that idea, so he like knew that the neighborhood was going to be emerging soon, and so as well. So, but it was those kind of things that you realize, like again, and you know, again, he was a young dude, you know, young married. So again, he was just only looking for something he could afford. He didn't really think about it much.
That'll be a good investment and worth more later. Isn't that crazy that white people move in and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, the real estate's going up in this market?
I know, and all it takes is 2 white people and your real estate go up. You know what I'm saying?
Multiply, you shoot it right up.
Yeah, but you know why? Because they'll call the city on stuff and get potholes fixed.
Right.
You know, we'll just let it be a pothole out there. You'll be mad.
Every day you get a flat tire.
Yeah, you
like,
just tell people, man, they need to come fix these streets. They didn't go. They're on the phone all day. You're gonna get over here and fix this.
Oh, you give them you give them directions. Be like, look, watch out for that pothole on 5th Street.
That's
man.
about it. Especially if they borrowing your car. That's the only time you tell them.
This show is interesting to me because I live in Bed-Stuy and there's so much gentrification in Bed-Stuy, right? Yeah. But at the same time, it's like there's a lot of white people moving in that aren't from the area and they don't understand, like, yes, there's local bars, there's things to do, but you still shouldn't be walking around by yourself late at night because I think sometimes they think, hey, we're here and everything's great and there's more police and everything's safe. In general, like, nobody should be walking around at 3 o'clock in the morning drunk coming from the train station.
In general, I was looking at that. Me and my wife was talking about that. I live in a triple gated community, and it still be like people out walking late at night.
Like,
I'm like, it's not safe. I'm not even a criminal, and I want to do something right now.
I be doing the same thing.
Like, just because you out here like jogging with some shorts on, little white girl, what is your problem?
See, that's why they be looking at you sideways now. They're like, I know you want to do something.
I just think it, but I'm just get these checks first.
Everyone thinks that because I think that sometimes too. I'll be like, I could rob that person right now.
Well, see, that's that PTSD in us from being black people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's always a moment where you think you can get away with something.
That. Not that you would do it, but the other problem is that sometimes white people come to your neighborhood and try to act like you should adapt to them.
You know, that's really the big case, is that people come in, they want to tell you how low you need to cut your grass and, you know, and you know, when to turn your music down.
Right.
You start having these rules around like, oh, at 10 o'clock, it's going to be wise to turn your music down at 10. He like, what? We just getting started at 10. What are you talking about?
Party just started.
Like, what is going on? Yeah, they got all these little rules that they come in. We got a big home association group, so they, you know, it's like the parties and where you can park. You're like, man, if y'all don't get away from here. Yeah, and I got a black wife, so she really ain't having it. She just look at everybody like the same way. What?
Round of applause to Cedric for having a black wife.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I just mentioned it.
You gotta throw that out there.
Nowadays, you gotta be like, yo, he is successful. Like, what happened? Like, where your white wife is? Said, well, I got my money. I got my wife first, and then I got my money.
You got the money first?
Yeah, but I got the money first, and you know I would have did it the right way.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? I would have did what you supposed to do when you first get your money.
All right, we got more with Cedric the Entertainer when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have a special guest in the building, Cedric the Entertainer. Charlamagne?
Is Lil Rel your son?
No, that's my guy.
Lil Rel like the second coming of
Everybody
Sam,
say that, man.
He is, man.
But he got that, he got that same kind of like, you know, that good-natured humor and that, you know, that cool attitude. I love Rel, man. He was like one of my kids. Yep, the glasses, you know, I don't know the full swag. He trying to get his swag, you know, game up. I don't know.
Oh, he ain't on you. He ain't got that yet.
He ain't quite, you know. He got to get 3 more summers to get money. He gonna be fine. To get that summer money, he be all right there.
Now, what about unity with the comedians, right? Because obviously it's competitive, but then we see so much lately, especially of comics, you've been supportive, but going at each other.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like a wrestle royal now, too. Like
Yeah,
Royal Rumble, yeah.
Yeah, it was serious. I was like that last one. I mean, Cat called out. He was like, yo, we can race. I was like, oh, that's a lot of stuff. We can box. We can rap. I'm gonna race you. We can make sandwiches. I was like, whoa. And I was like, but I think that, it is a competitive business. I mean, in the sense that, but not like head to head. The thing about comedy, it's subjective anyway. Like people have their audiences. People have folks that they love and they're going to love them anyway. So, you're not really competing with the next man. And, and it's been proven too that it's a lot of money out here to be, to still get and people are going to love you. So I don't really like that energy when it comes to comedy because it is a business about making people laugh. And you got to imagine that everybody kind of gets their shine the way it's supposed to come. This is one of them grown statements I always tell people, but you can't want another man's blessings because you don't know their burdens. So don't want what somebody else have. You can't desire that. So, and if they hot right now, that's what that is. And, and you can't tell somebody like, well, you ain't earned yours or none of that because, any one moment in a room where the right person is there, that's when it clicks. Right. And that's supposed to happen for you, I always like Bernie Mac. He had the most famous 8 minutes of comedy that I could think of. When he did,
I ain't scared of you,
motherfuckers. Wasn't even really what he was. He wasn't doing that for a whole run. He was just saying it for one time, and he ended up making it a bit, and he blew up. We was all even. And off 8 minutes of comedy, he was already here. What, you supposed to be mad at that? Like, you want that too, but you can't be mad about it. Like, so when he blew, that was it. But it changed the game. Like, so anybody that was around that same time, Bernie changed the money. Kev changed the money. Cat changed the money. So you actually like that. You like when people become arena stars and
raise the bar.
Yeah, you raise the bar and they raise the money and they raise the expectation. So now it's Tiff turn and Real, it's fine.
How did you get your break? I never realized how Sad got his break.
Mainly, I guess I became the host of Comic View. Like it was, and especially at that time, like BET Comic View was like on. It was on every day. It was like the comedy show back then. And then DL was the first host, and he was stepping down, and they did a competition, and I did Def Jam, and I was like kind of considered like a guy that shouldn't have been on BET. Like you supposed to be better than that. And I had all these new jokes, and I was like, I just need to be on television. So I went and did BET, and I became the new host, and then I was on every night. So I became a household name, like, in the hood, black folks famous, but that was enough. And then Steve Harvey showed, and I did the Bud Light commercials because I'm from St. Louis, and I had a contact with them. I did the Bud Light commercial. We won the Super Bowl, then Barbershop, and it just kept rolling from there. We just kind of kept it popping. And Kings of Comedy, of course, that was big. So
a lot of comedians give you a lot of props, too, for, like, giving them a break. Like, Duvall bigs you up all the time.
Yeah, man. That was one of my things, and very early on, I used to love I used to love giving comics breaks, mainly because if you good, like anybody that's really good, funny, like Duvall and JJ and my guy Malik S, these guys that they really funny. I used to put them on in front of me because that make you have to work. If somebody was like out there killing it, I used to try to go on stage and murder, and so when somebody did it to me, the first time, a guy like went on stage and the crowd was going crazy, and I was sitting backstage like, what's going on? You got to get up there and go to work. And I was like, that's just the way I'm gonna try to do comedy from here on out. Like, so I would always see the new next guys and put them on and try to put them on the show. So a lot of these guys, Cat, I'm putting Cat on shows before, Lil Rel, Rodney Perry, Gary on. I don't know, did I do Gary on? I don't know, but I definitely love guys like that'll put them on. A lot of the, doing shows with some more and money back in the day. Like, that was it.
It is interesting with comedians, though, because I don't see how a comedian can hate on another comedian when they realize how hard it is to even get to that level.
Man, because, again, man, you got to walk out there. It's a very, what I say, the pugilistic sport, man. You walking out there, it's you and the audience, and it's like from anywhere from 300 to thousands of people with all these opinions, everything that they had going on in their day, you and the microphone. With comedy, you don't get to You know, like if you a singer, I remember we used to go to a Bobby Brown concert and he'll just be like, sing. You know, like, yeah, you do it. You be like, yeah, you can't do that with comedy. You can't like just, you know, so you got to be able to keep them and hold them reins. And so anybody that can do it on a large level, you just got to appreciate that. Even if you don't think they funny or not, you just got to appreciate that they got the skill set to go out there and deliver, draw audience, draw fan base, and then, you know, give them an hour, give them 45 minutes, whatever that is. That's what's dope about being able to go and do that as a skill set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when comics first get on and they do that 5 minutes on stage, that seemed like a long time to have 5 minutes when you first started of material.
Oh, when they tell you got to do 30 minutes and and it's your first couple of times, they like, yo, can you do 30 minutes?
You be like,
yeah. You be up there, voice quivering all on the inside. You just making up stuff, and then one joke go bad. That's when you see them pull it out. What's up, all the black ladies in here? What's up, man? Ladies, give it up for my sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful.
Because, you know, back then, when you first started, you didn't have to worry about people like maybe it going viral. Like we saw, was it Richard Pryor's son? He did his stand-up, and it didn't go over too well. Yes. And that's a lot of pressure when that happens and everyone sees it. But at least you had the room to grow. I think it's harder now for people to grow into being a great comic because it is going to be a period of time when you're not that great.
Right, and and your material gets out so fast. I mean, the ability now for people to like just, you know, have your phones and you just writing a joke, and if you write something dope, you be like, I want to milk this, you know, like for a while, but it's like out there now, and you know, people pass it around. So I was like that. Yeah, like we still don't like. We ask people not to tape at our shows, but like last night, I hadn't seen Kev's show, but he have a real it's like a real
you'll
rules.
Get kicked out if you try to. Tape.
Like it's grown rules. Like they walk you up out of there. I was
Envy got walked out.
And then I know in Chappelle got the pockets. I don't know if they do that anymore.
Yeah, they do. You got to put it in a little bag, and it's locked like until they have to open it for you.
Chappelle and Rock do that.
But it got to the point because one, you know, also the kind of political correctness of everything is you can also say something while you writing a joke that ain't quite right yet, and you take that out of context. And next thing you know, you're in the middle of a controversy over just saying, you know, bitches be stupid, you know. You like, wait a minute, you gotta hear the rest of it. I ain't say all bitches.
I feel like no great comedian. I feel like no great comedian right now is not getting backlash. Like when they do their stand up, like people will go see Chris Rock and be like, I can't believe he said that. They'll go see Dave Chappelle. They'll go see everybody now gets backlash no matter what they say.
Yeah, you know, and like, cause I'm on tour with George and DL, and they constantly, these guys, both of them, I mean, they just troublemakers.
DL on his radio show alone.
Just constantly just say so whatever. And he be serious, and he be backed up with facts and statistics.
I'll be winning the
argument with DL. Yeah, do you?
Yes.
Yeah, you would go heads up with DL. I think that would be awesome.
All right, we got more with Cedric the Entertainer. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Cedric the Entertainer's in the building. Charlamagne?
Now, Cedric, is it hard being a comedian in this climate?
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I try to just keep it, you know, I try to keep the vibe live. You know, when I go on stage, I'm really about having a good time. I don't worry about saying stuff that's too controversial. I mean, I will, and yet at the same time, it's not the kind of thing I worry about because I think that I've earned, you know, the kind of reputation to know that it's not malicious. It might be something that may be a little bit over the line, but I don't mean it like where, you know, I would imagine, but you know, it's very sensitive. No, I never got canceled off anything for saying something.
Like, he's canceled. I can't believe he said that.
You know, with CBS, so you get concerned because this is a super conservative network, you know, and, you know, a very, very red state oriented, you know, so I don't know. You know, you got to be, I think this probably, you know, bitches be tripping joke. I'm gonna walk that back.
You gonna walk it back? Let's hear it right now. Let's hear it right now.
Tripping, I forgot the show only premieres. Let me walk back. Bitches be tripping. And when I say that, I mean that.
They literally tripped.
Yes, literally the
and
dogs.
Female dogs.
A female dog tripped over something.
Because they'll take that out of context. They'll cut like the testimony from Christine Ford and then cut to you.
Right. Like, I wasn't talking about that. Not in the Senate. Him and Cory Booker, I can't stand neither one of them.
Now, you still going to be on The Last OG?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So that was great, too. And that was a really fun show to do, man. And a totally different style because it's, The Last OG is more like a film style. So he's shooting the movies. Tracy's great. Tiff's great.
I don't want him to get out the halfway house because I don't want you to not be on the show.
I know that's what everybody said, but he getting, but we just shot the season 2, and so, but Mullen's going, I end up being kind of like an uncle character to him, so I'll end up still being around, even though he'll be back there, or maybe he'll do another crime.
Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope he does.
Yeah, that's terrible, right? Maybe Tracy do another crime and go back to jail. That's what's funny.
Did you feel like Tracy was hating on Tiff when they asked him that question?
I didn't, man. That was the thing about it, because I understood it from the point that, Tracy had made his own comeback, man, and so, and Tiff was hot, and you get that kind of it girl factor or the it person factor, and every time you do a question, somebody asking you about them, you're like, all right, that's cool, but this about me. And then I think they kind of did it in a clickbait kind of way, though, because when you saw the rest of his whole answer, that's basically what he said.
He shouted her out, and then he was like, there's a lot of people that contribute to the show.
So I ain't really like that. I mean, but, it's moments when, when somebody just hot all around you and everybody just want to ask you about that person. You know what I mean? Like every time you show up. Like, how's Duval?
That's my guy. Number one song in the country.
He's so tired of people asking him about Duval.
It's like you guys. You be like, yo, dog, I do my own thing too. Like,
Did you ever go through that? Like when y'all had the Kings of Comedy and all that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, of course, Bernie blew up. Like it was mainly out of the Kings at that time. Bernie became the hot dude, and so everything was about Bernie Mac. You want to, Bernie Mac this, Bernie Mac that. But it was fine, because. Me and Steve was already on the Steve Harvey show. So Bernie's show was getting ready to be new in the movies he had coming out. So he just felt like, again, people act like they discovered him, and so it's that attitude of feeling like you discover something that we already know is hot that, I don't want to kind of keep explaining to you, but it was one of those times for sure where he was the it dude.
I'm shocked there's never been a sequel to the original Kings of Comedy.
I was just thinking about that because that's such a classic.
Man, that was one of them things too where where black people just can't work together, man. Sad. Like it definitely was like Bernie and Steve had a little beef for a minute, and then the dude that produced it with us, he just kind of pissed everybody off.
Stan Lathan, right?
No, Walter, not Stan.
Walter Lathan.
Yeah. So he kind of just pissed everybody off, because he just got bigger than the group. He thought he was Berry Gordy to us, you know what I mean? So, and it was like, we the comedians. And so it was just one of them things that nobody ever wanted to go back into the thing. And it was one time right before Bernie passed where we was really close to doing it again. And then once he passed, nobody even wanted to even consider it. Right. It was like a whole thing. So, but yeah, I definitely feel like we missed great opportunity because it could have been franchisable as a movie. And then when you think about like the blue collar guys who kind of, did our idea, but then they went on and they got a serious show. They had movies, they had products, and it's like, yo, we could have did that. The name still reigns to supreme now. So
number 2, was it number 2 grossing stand-up of all time?
Yeah. It was at that time, Eddie Murphy. Then it was us. Now Kev's just went over that, but so
now you still number 2.
I think.
Yeah, I saw Kev posted the other day. I think y'all still number 2.
I think his went over. I think it did. I think it just went over. So, but yeah. So it's still it was great to be a part of like that. Yeah, and at that time it was like so fresh. With nobody doing stuff together.
Then we had the Queens of Comedy.
Yeah,
would you find it disrespectful if they did that now with new comedians?
They did do that. Remember they had done a new Kings of Comedy.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I don't know how you could do that. Like I mean, now like everybody who would actually be like I would think like qualified as a king of comedy already individually big. Like,
yeah.
And then there's people that definitely like hot that you would say, all right, that could be a dope show, be it, like Blackson and Gary Owens, like these the it people. Tiff, like you say, you put them on one show, and then maybe you get a product like that. But I don't know if that would work anymore. Like everybody is so kind of individually different. I don't know if you feel like I would want to go see that as a movie.
How did you guys decide what order to go in and who's hosting and all of that?
You know what I'm saying? The first year, it was, because it's a hierarchy to comedy. Like, it's this thing where people kind of go like, all right, well, you that guy, so first year, Steve went last because he had the show, and I was on his show, so he was the main dude. And then after that, Steve wanted to host after the first year. And then I actually used to go last, but on the movie, they just edited different because Bernie's material was more edgier than mine. So it fit better to go last. But on the actual tour, it was Steve, DL, Bernie, then me. That's how we did the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you still do the Matrix?
Oh, I mean, not as far back. Or the breakdancing. I can't even lock on them no more.
Moving.
Like that. I was like, I was big boy smooth on them, man. Yeah, I can't lock like that. I just rub down a CBD oil. Like that. I'm addicted to CBD oil right now.
That works?
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just got weed in it. So,
It works, and you can feel it.
It's a good part of it. It's a good part of it without the THC that gets you high. It's the beneficial.
It's the beneficial. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. I'll rock with it.
Yeah, I just put CBD
benefits?
oil in. Takes out the aches and pains and removes it has a lot of antioxidants. I don't know exactly what it does.
All right,
I just like it.
The Neighborhood premieres Monday, October 1st on CBS. Cedric the Entertainer, thank you so much for joining us.
Always
a pleasure.
Man. Thank y'all. I'll holla.
It's The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast.
I like it like that. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to these rumors. Let's talk Kanye.
This audio was uploaded by Mr. G.A. Willie. Search for my channel on YouTube, MRGAWILLIE.
She's spilling the tea. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Kanye performed on Saturday Night Live. This is according to reports after Ariana Grande dropped out, and I guess Kanye was able to fill in at the last minute. Now, he performed 3 songs, which they said is a very rare thing that happens. First, he did I Love It with Lil Pump. Then he brought out Tiana Taylor, and they did the song We Got Love, a song that wasn't on her Keep That Same Energy album. It didn't make the cut. And then they also performed Ghost Town. He brought out Kid Cudi. And he also brought out Ty Dolla $ign and Mike Dean on guitar and Shake. So, 3 songs. Usually it's about 2 songs that people perform. And Kanye then said that he was being bullied backstage. Here's what Kanye had to say.
They bullied me backstage. They said, don't go out there with that hat on. They bullied me backstage. And then they say, I'm in a sunken place. You want to see the sunken place? Okay. I'm going to listen to y'all now. Or I'm going to put my Superman cape on. Because this means you can't tell me what to do. Follow your heart and stop following your mind. That's how we're controlled. That's how we're programmed. If you want the world to move forward, try love.
We're really talking about this again. Kanye is really a Kardashian now because I can't believe he continues to make people fall for the same old tricks. How many times are we going to fall for the same hat
trick? He had
trick?
on his MAGA hat as well as he was.
This is so whack.
The same hat trick, the same rant. How many times are we going to fall for
this? This is so whack. But I really think he believes it, though. That's the problem. I don't think it's a trick. I really think he believes
it's
it.
very deep.
You know how Charlie Brown runs to kick the football and Lucy moves it out the way? After a while, you can't be mad at Lucy. We got to stop being mad at Charlie Brown.
You can continue to be mad at Kanye if you choose. Now, he also went on stage as the show was ending, and here's what he had to say about Donald Trump.
But y'all be going at that man neck a lot, and I don't think it's actually that helpful. I think the universe has balance. 90% of news are liberal. 90% of TV, LA, New York, writers, rappers, musicians. So it's easy to make it seem like it's so one-sided. I thought this country said I could be me.
Oh, God.
I love me too.
Listen, man, I think Kanye West looks like a damn fool with the hat on, and he needs to understand that no true free thinker is going to be part of a political party.
Well, here's some more of Kanye West speaking on Donald Trump at Saturday Night Live.
You know, it's like a plan they did to take the fathers out of the home and promote welfare. Does anybody know about that? That's a Democratic plan. And so many times I talk to like a white person about this, and they say, how could you like Trump? He's racist. If I was concerned about racism, I would have moved out of America a long time ago.
I heard that bar before.
Now you got a situation where we need to have a dialogue and not a diatribe.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, no free thinker, no true free thinker is going to be a part of a political party, and no free thinker fears retaliation for their thoughts. So
but I think he knows he's wrong, though.
Trump?
I think he knows he's wrong. He's being a right fighter. Like, he just wants to win.
Kanye tweeted out, had so much fun at SNL. Lauren agreed that I would host before the year is out. Need to set a date. Gonna be so lit.
If Ye believes what he believes, he needs to just believe it and not care what anybody thinks about it, because you're not being bullied. You made a choice. Wearing the MAGA hat is a choice. So deal with the consequences of your choices.
Donald Trump tweeted out, like many, I don't watch Saturday Night Live, even though I past hosted it. No longer funny, no talent or charm. It is just a political ad for the Dems. Word is that Kanye West, who put on a MAGA hat after the show despite being told no, was great. He's leading the charge.
Yeah, I mean, Ye does ride Trump nuts, and Trump does not show Ye the same love that Ye shows him. But here's the magic.
He just showed him some love.
Here's the magic question. Y'all gonna stop wearing your Yeezys?
I am.
I thought about
it. I have one free pair.
God. She said that last time, and she wore them right when Joe Budden came up here.
I promise you I won't be wearing those anymore.
Well, I'm
and look, it's not like I want to say that I don't want to support Kanye, but it's hard to.
I don't want to.
So
I'm wearing my Yeezys.
I just don't. I know we know you are.
Because I like my, I like the
and
sneakers.
You like Kanye.
But you also said last time you weren't going to support him no more, but you damn sure wore the sneakers during the Joe Budden.
Right, I didn't buy those.
But here's the thing. I'm wearing the Yeezys just because they're comfortable and I like them. What about you, Envy?
I got them on today, but I'm thinking about now. I swear.
But it's really to me.
Everybody just shut up.
But the problem is, the problem is you say, okay, well, I'm not going to wear Yeezys. What I'm not going to listen to his records. I'm not going to play his record, which is probably one of the biggest downloaded records. I can't play that in the club. I can't play that. It's like it's a double-edged sword. Like I don't like. I just
think he's a narcissist and that he's very into himself.
He is.
He loves attention.
If the man wants to support Trump, let him support
think that
Trump.
Nobody should be paying attention to him when it comes to politics at all.
That's right.
And that's all in
sneakers,
life in general. All right, now Kanye West also posted a picture of himself wearing the Make America Great Again hat, and he said, "This represents good and America becoming whole again. We will no longer outsource to other countries. We build factories here in America and create jobs. We will provide jobs for all who are free from prisons as we abolish the 13th Amendment. Message sent with love." Now, he's talking about abolishing the 13th Amendment, and I guess today he's going to clarify more on what he means by that since he's so political. Here's what he had to say.
The 13th Amendment is really slavery in disguise, and it's something that we need to look into. The principles that wrote the Constitution were Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, Thomas Paine, and John Adams, all white men. No women, no Jews, no black men, and we need to look at it. We need to examine it. One of the things about me tweeting about that, the First Amendment is the right to,
of course,
it's the right to free speech, right?
Absolutely.
But in this, like, social media, people try to take your rights away.
Why? Listen, do not get
it was an amendment already.
Do not get any of your information about the 13th Amendment from Kanye West.
But there's a lot of people that do.
There's a great documentary on Netflix that Ava DuVernay did called 13th. It was critically acclaimed. You can go watch it there because I'm sure Kanye meant he wants to amend the part of the 13th Amendment that says if you commit a crime, you become a slave again, which is basically our modern day prison system. But don't get the information from Kanye West. Go watch the documentary 13th on Netflix, please.
All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
So you're going to wear the Yeezys?
Who? You know I'm wearing my Yeezys. You gonna wear yours too? You got them on right now.
I do. I'm just saying. You
got them on right now. Today you woke up this morning after all Kanye's madness this weekend and put the Yeezys on. So everybody knock it off.
It was gray.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
It was gray, and I had a gray sweatshirt.
What are you talking about?
I had to match.
My God, we so listen. All of us are hypocrites, and there's nuance to everything.
You guys, rumor report's over.
Okay.
I know y'all want to talk some more.
You can dislike Kanye's political stance, but still wear Yeezys. Just like Nike donates billions of dollars to the GOP, but you still wear Nike. So what? It happens.
All right. Well, who you giving your donkey?
I don't think I had high expectations for Phil Knight.
Oh, God. We need Lindsay Lohan to come to the front of the congregation, okay? The mayonnaise is heavy on this sandwich, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. We'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Monday, October 1st goes to the human jar of Hellman's mayonnaise that is Lindsay Lohan. All right, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This story I'm about to tell you on today's Donkey of the Day is exactly why mayonnaise, when distributed too heavily, is the most disgusting condiment known to man. All right, see, the thing with mayonnaise, you just need a little to make something good. You just need a little in some potato salad. You just need a little in some tuna. Just enough, because if you put too much in there, it can ruin the whole dish. And Lindsay Lohan is indeed too much mayonnaise. All right, see, Lindsay was in Moscow, as in Russia, and she was in a car when she saw a Syrian refugee family. Now, for whatever reason, Lindsay thought this family needed help, so she got out of her car and approached the family, and out of nowhere, accuses the parents of trafficking their own kids. Now, see, this is that Heinz real mayonnaise, the one that's 100% cage-free eggs. This is why I have such a intolerance for mayonnaise, okay? This is the type of mayonnaise that causes me stomach or digestive problems, all right? I make pretty regular bowel movements, okay? I was just telling the young lady who gave me a colonic on Friday that I go every morning at 8:30 a.m. I am very regular, okay? I empty my butt on schedule every day. But the mayonnaise in this story is so heavy, just the smell of it is making me feel like I have to go now. Already messing with my stomach, because the mayonnaise started off spread really thin on this sandwich. It was just enough, all right? She got out the car because she thought they needed help. Cool. But then she decided to get a whole spoonful of mayonnaise and just dump it on a slice of bread by accusing the parents of trafficking their own kids. Then Lindsay starts to speak to them in both English and Arabic. And I'm going to let you hear what happened, because she was on IG Live the whole time. And if you don't understand what happened, I'll translate it for you afterwards. Okay, let's go to Lindsay Lohan's IG Live.
They're trafficking children. I won't leave until I take you. You're taking these children. They want to go. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Boys, don't worry. Is he your son? Give me your hand. Give me your hand. I'm like in shock right now. And they were trying to run me. And I'm just like so scared.
What you just heard was a walking, talking, white American privilege and entitlement sandwich on soft white bread with tomato and heavy, heavy, heavy Kraft mayonnaise. And if you don't understand what you heard, Lindsay Lohan not only accused them of trafficking their kids, but she followed them and tried to take the kids from the parents. And one of the parents, the mother, punched the human jar of Hellmann's Lindsay Lohan in the face. Round of applause for that parent. Okay? Round of applause for her. And then for Lindsay Lohan to act like the victim. Okay, this is how I know Lindsay Lohan don't got no kids, because if you had kids, you would understand how protective parents are of their children, and you are in Moscow. Where the hell was you going to go with these people's children? And then to act shocked because you tried to take somebody's child, and the mother of that child punched you in the face. The audacity of caucasity is mind-boggling to me sometimes. Please let Kathy Griffin give Lindsay Lohan the biggest hee-haw.
Please give this giant jar of mayo the biggest hee-haw.
All right. Thank you for that Donkey of the Day.
Yes.
All right, when we come back...
Listen,
that was weird.
Just out of the blue, because remember what we were talking about 10 minutes ago?
What?
Our producer just randomly texted me, I'm still wearing mine too.
So much of Yeezys.
Yes, you're 10 minutes too late.
My goodness. All right. When we come back, we're going to kick it with Remy Ma and Papoose. They have their show that comes on tonight, Meet the Mackeys on VH1, so we're going to kick it with them. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This audio was uploaded by Mr. G.A. Willie. Search for my channel on YouTube, MRGAWILLIE.
The Breakfast Club. I want to change that dial. Power 105.1. Back. You're checking out the world's most dangerous morning show.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
Peace to the gods. The Mackeys. Papoose and Remy Ma. What's happening?
Nothing. Chillin'. How you feel today?
I'm blessed, black, and highly favored.
Two of them I could co-sign.
You all right? Which ones?
Black. Obviously black. Obviously black. You're blessed. I don't know who's been the highly favored part. That's optional.
The most hated.
Pap, what's up, man? No Pap cap. Nah, Pap, you used to wear the hat all the time.
Wait, hold on, y'all. Pass me up a second.
What?
Your hat. What you talking about?
Oh, no.
I'm messing with you. Nah, it's actually a myth, bro. If you go back to my early videos, I took my hat off. but they started becoming obsessed with my head, so I kept it on.
You were obsessed with your head?
They became obsessed.
First of all,
they was making memes and all kind of crazy
let's
stuff.
let's just go to the fact that he decided his last birthday. He's like, I'm getting older now. I'm gonna start dressing differently. I'm gonna lose my hat.
That's real.
Okay, I understand that, but you don't know what I went through. For our wedding, I was like, it's our wedding. Like, you're gonna wear a hat at our wedding.
You wear a hat.
I was so.
I didn't even think about that.
So you decided. So then your birthday comes, and you just have this epiphany. Like, and I don't even. It was like a combination with the birthdays mixed with the kids graduating from high school.
Yeah.
It was just like this whole crisis that he had. He started throwing out all his hoodies and wearing blazers and.
Now he's got a hoodie with a blazer.
As you get older,
Yeah,
man, you
it's
know,
a
compromise.
You gotta step
he's
it up.
in the middle. He's in the middle.
But it was a myth though, man. The whole time it was a myth.
But let's talk about the show.
Okay.
So we get to see on the first episode.
About
of course,
time,
Being
Mona.
excited about being pregnant.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Very
About
excited.
time.
Very
It's not
excited.
just Mona though. A lot
Okay.
of people think that it be Mona. It's the ones that's past her. Like Mona been convinced. We had to convince network and people like that the Mackies needed their own situation. So we did the Christmas special last year, which was cool and it was fun and we had great ratings. And then this time it's just me and
We had
Pap.
amazing ratings on the Christmas special.
Okay, I wasn't gonna say all
Phenomenal.
that, but okay.
Let that be known.
He's been around me a lot, guys. I'm sorry.
You gotta say it because they act like it didn't happen.
But so we have the Rem and Pat meet the Mackies now, and it's pretty much me and Pat, and we have a baby on the way. So for people, I'm gonna need you guys to like touch it. Maybe I'll stay in here long enough to get
I don't
a
believe it, Rem.
kick or
I'm be honest.
something.
How many months is it? Really?
7.
You look amazing.
Yeah, I didn't know you were
Okay.
that far along.
7.
She does a good job at hiding it, guys.
I'm not hiding
He
it
doesn't
though.
want you to hide the baby bump.
He wants
She
me to
does
wear
a good job.
spandex and muumuus and take every picture from a side profile every day. Like I don't understand. And it's not that I'm hiding it. It's just the clothes that I wear. I wanted to accentuate what I wear. I don't want to look stupid. Like I'm still me, and I still gotta have my swag going on. Like
My wife just had our baby, our third daughter Sunday, and
Really?
her stomach now
Congrats.
is bigger than yours.
well, you know what? I think it's a combination of things. Obviously, the fact that I lost a lot of weight prior to even getting pregnant, so that I could have a successful pregnancy. We did IVF, so I had to get my weight down and then keep it stable for a little while, for about a year. Contrary, probably they're like, "Oh, she lost weight so fast." No, it took over a year. It was stressful. I stopped eating meat, stopped eating carbs, cut out sugars. And then after I did that, while I was pregnant, I still wasn't doing it. It wasn't until about a month or two ago where the doctor was like, you need to put some meat because my iron is so low. So I'm eating meat and I'm taking iron pills and my iron is still low. Then that mixed with the fact that I'm 5'10" almost. So, I have a little bit more space to play with as opposed to short people. And then I just think God was just like, you know what? She might have to do something to somebody because people be talking crazy. I don't want her to be incapacitated and not be able to. So I'm going to just let her stay
Beautiful
small.
baby bump. I get to see it every night, y'all. She ain't like letting y'all see it yet, but it's there though.
Now, you didn't want to know the sex of the child.
No.
But Pap, you wanted to know.
Yeah, she tried to tell me I don't have the right to know, so I had to fight.
No, there's things called HIPAA
I had
laws.
to go to war with her.
It's called what?
HIPAA laws.
HIPAA laws?
Yes,
What's that?
because he was saying he was going to go to the doctor and the doctor was going to tell him. I was like, the doctor's not going to tell you anything because per the HIPAA law, there is a confidentiality between the patient, which is me, and the
Got
doctor.
you.
If she tells you anything, we're going to have
I'm
a
the
problem.
father. I got rights. So,
Not really.
Not the same rights as the woman.
Excuse me.
Nah,
You'll see
Pat.
all these guys in child support and being accused of all type of charges and stuff.
I
No,
know.
you don't have law
But she was
rights,
generous
babe.
enough to tell the doctor that she can tell me.
Okay.
So
After he was
but
sworn to secrecy.
she threatened me. I can't tell nobody. I just
But
gotta
why
keep-
was it so important for you to know?
Thirsty.
I'm
You
just
can't
curious.
change it.
Listen, we had plans of having a child before she went to prison. Unfortunately, she blew trial. So when she was incarcerated, I told her, hey, listen, we can have the baby in here since we're getting trailer visits. I'll take care of the baby while you're incarcerated. That way, when you come home, you don't got to take a break from your job or nothing. She didn't want to do that.
No.
Unfortunately, let me
He's
finish.
leaving out the part
Let
where
me
you're
finish.
in labor, your man is not there, you're shackled to the bed,
Right.
you can't see him.
You're in jail,
Like,
you gotta
you're
watch
in
your back.
jail,
Like,
like-
yeah.
like-
And I can understand
I
that
don't
you
know,
want
though. I
to. She
didn't
would
really
want
have
to
to watch
be
it.
there for those.
I understood it, but that was our life.
I didn't really have
You know
that
what I
issue.
mean? That was our life. So, we filed for appeal. Unfortunately, the appeal didn't work. So we came to the conclusion that she was going to have to do 7.5 years. So I had to wait 7.5 years for her to come home to have this baby. Then when she came home, she
I
had
was
to get to
working.
work,
I was
so we
getting
had to
that
wait.
money. Like, what?
She
What's the
finally
problem?
got pregnant. Then she had a miscarriage. So it's just like I'm so anxious and excited. I don't want to miss another moment. I need to know what's going on.
He be in the house like, I just want to take it out right now. I'm like, bruh, it's not done yet.
I can't.
Like,
I can't
I've been
wait.
seeing his post all the time.
thirsty though. Thirsty, like, yo, I just want to take it out. Like, show him.
I ain't gonna lie. I told her, I said, yo, when you have a baby, I might faint, man.
He's gonna definitely faint.
I never fainted in my life, but
that was after,
at that moment, I might faint.
That was after he admitted that he might cry too.
All right, and nothing wrong being vulnerable.
But you know what it is, though?
Dying.
It's a special moment for me, man.
Yeah,
because it's a miracle baby. So we've been through so much to have this child, and finally, it's happening. And also, this completes my marriage in my eyes.
Yeah, knowledge, wisdom. Now you got to understand it.
Exactly.
Yeah. How joyous?
Don't. Please.
No, it's true. It's true, though.
This cat, I have to be with him for the rest of the day.
I feel bad tomorrow, bro.
Do not open that Quran. Stop.
How joyous was the pregnancy after the miscarriage, though?
Oh, you know what? It's so crazy because he, like, as soon as we went to the doctor and the IVF, like with the IVF procedure, it's a lot. You're taking a gazillion medications. It was for about 2 months. It was needles, 3 injections every day in your stomach. Then another 2 months, this giant needle in your butt. Like, it just is, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So,
I was
and then
those.
every now and then, so you drew a lot of blood. I don't know what was I thinking, like Dr. Seuss over here.
Oh, you really was doing that, Pap?
I had to. It's part of
the Pap is amazing.
He's amazing. She's the one getting needles in her.
Every day.
Hello,
Thank you.
I'd rather be the one giving the needle than getting it.
But he was too hype. He was like putting on his gloves. You ready? Is it time? Yeah, I'm like, bruh, relax. Okay, calm down. You look too happy. But we had to get up. We had to drive about 2 hours deep into Jersey to where the specific doctor was. Every other day, getting your blood drawn to make sure everything, your levels of your blood is right and your hormones is right. Christmas Eve we was there, New Year's we was there. Like, we spent a lot of holidays in there because you have to go every day consistently. So when we finally got the first positive pregnancy test, he's just like, let's tell everyone. And I'm like, wait, because especially after losing a child, I'm like, I don't want to tell everybody. And then something bad happens because it's still no guarantee. People think, oh, you do IVF is a guarantee. Like, no, it's still, a chance that it doesn't work. So I probably waited until I wanted to wait, and I made him wait to the second trimester. And that's when we had our vow renewal. It made 10 years that we were married in May. So I made, like, my whole family come together and made them think, of course his phone is on. I made everyone think that, we was just doing a vow renewal, and then I told the whole family. But then I'm starting to notice that certain people are not surprised. Right. So afterwards, when we're like at the reception, people's like, Pat told me about a month ago.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. He told me not to say anything. I knew 2 months ago. Like, so there was certain people that didn't know, but this guy was just like he was just a leaky faucet everywhere.
I told key people like my mother-in-law.
All right, we got more Remy Ma and Papoose. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building, Remy Ma and Papoose. Yee.
Will the baby's middle name be Vivian?
It's not. So Vivian is my husband's grandmother's name. And my mother-in-law, she tried to G me a little bit. She was like, I think it'd be great if it's a girl, if you name it after my mom. And her name is Vivian. So I'm just thinking, I'm sitting
Queen
here.
Vivian. She gave birth to 17 kids.
Wonderful.
Strong, powerful woman.
Great. However, I'm like, isn't other people in the family named Vivian? Like, I know he has a cousin named Vivian. I'm like, isn't your name Vivian? She's like, yeah, my middle name is Vivian. So you trying to gas it, though. Like, you're telling me to name it after your mother, but technically that's your name, too. And then I just feel like if I'm having a girl, this would be his third daughter. Why are you trying to hit me with the Vivian? I just feel like if it's a daughter, it's going to be a Reminisce Jr., and that's just that.
I feel like we actually have to meet the baby before we name it. You know how it is, the attribute.
No.
You have to actually meet.
How long, though?
I feel like to name the baby before it's born, this don't make sense.
You don't know what the kid looks like, though. Even when the baby's born, they all come out looking weird. Like, very rarely do you get a cute baby.
Man. My new one look like me, and I'm like, please, I want the features to change. If only I can't have no daughter that look like me, bro. That ain't right.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, when a baby is born, you don't really know. They change so much within those first 9 months. You don't know. So I'm like, well, we're going to wait 9 months to name the baby?
Listen, the baby name is the golden child already, okay?
Oh, so about that, he keeps calling the baby the golden child.
Everybody refers to it as a golden child. Right?
I got criticized because, we both had kids when we were really young. So my son is 18, his son and one of his daughters is 18. The other one, she'll be 22 soon. So they're all grown. Mm-hmm. So I pretty much call them the new kid and the old kids. Like
the new kid and the old kids.
Yeah, like they're the old kids. Like they gotta go. They're pretty much
go.
They're not even kids anymore. They're technically all adults.
They're grown.
They're adultery, not children. There's nothing childlike.
They're gonna be our kids forever.
So he starts running with that. Oh, those are our kids. You shouldn't say that. It makes them feel some type of way. How do you think the kids feel when you run around calling this baby the golden child? Like, what are they, bronze?
No, we saw in the preview they was like upset at you for saying
they
that.
real mad.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's that they had their moment when they was kids. We loved them. We gave them everything they ever wanted. Now they have to be willing to share that with the golden child.
You know what's interesting? So we got a little sneak peek of the first episode of Meet the Mackies. Okay. And I was interviewing Wale the other day, and he has a daughter, and he was talking about how he has to work all the time, right, to make the money to be able to make sure that the mom is taken care of and his daughter's taken care of. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, like, you were on there, right, and it was kind of like, well, you weren't really around. Mm-hmm. And your reason was, I was getting bags. I was getting money. I was on the road. I was hitting the road. Mm-hmm. Do you have regrets about that? Like, I could have been around more? Is that something you think about?
Well, when you coming from the streets of Brooklyn, you know, and you grew up in poverty, you come from nothing, one of your main important goals is to make sure your kids don't struggle like you do. So,
and they're not struggling.
I was in them streets at first, you know what I mean, before I got to this music. I had to make sure that they was well off, you know what I mean, and they had everything that they needed. But to answer your question, yes, because with the golden child, I'm not missing 1 second.
Right.
Remy disagrees.
Of course I disagree. I don't care. Like, I feel like the kids nowadays, they don't have the same goals and values that I have. They feel entitled to certain things. They feel like that the things that we give them, they're just supposed to have, that we're supposed to do it. They don't realize that when we grew up, we didn't have that. Like, we didn't even have the option. Most of our parents, we came from either broken homes or people were on public assistance, all type of, to have a car was a luxury. Like, so for everybody in the house to have a vehicle, like, they think it's normal. It's okay. They think it's normal to, lose their phone and get another $1,200 phone. Oh, the new one came out. Give me a new phone. Like, we have 4 children right now and none of them have jobs. Like, it's crazy to me.
In all actuality, though, to be honest with you, that's not really the case. The real reason and the real truth behind it is they're all a little jealous.
Mm-hmm. And it's spoiled. But they're also spoiled.
Sometimes that's a struggle that parents have. Like, you have to work and you have to make money. But then it's hard to balance that with making sure.
Listen, they're spoiled brats. Even when when I saw that scene, because I wasn't there when I saw it, and my stepdaughter was like, you weren't there. Like, that's something that they just made up. Like, name one incident where your father wasn't at a birthday, graduation, weekends, everything. Like, they lived with him growing up. So in their mind, they just hear like, oh, I'm gonna be there every second. They're thinking about the times, when I was on the road. So if I was on the road, those sneakers and them belts and the bags you asked for.
Kid's life, they like, hey, wait a minute.
I missed the second.
Right. You missed the second or two over here. What's going on?
But it's different for y'all, though, because y'all get bags together. Y'all in the same line of work. Y'all can take the child with y'all. So,
yeah.
Oh, no. See, we're having a big discussion about that. He says he's going to stay home. He's not going to be with me anymore. He's going to raise the baby. I'm going to get a nanny. Excuse me. This guy can't remember to take the garbage out. I'm getting a nanny, okay? That's
a nanny. A total stranger.
Yes.
See, this is why I need to see this show, because I need to see this. I need to see this, because y'all look so perfect. You know what I mean? I need to see how y'all keep it together behind the scenes.
Well, what normally happens is he just agrees with me at the end.
Smart
That's
man.
True. Like,
I mean, the queen.
And 9 times out of 10, I was right to begin with, so everything just goes smooth. But it's really difficult because he wants to spoil the kids, and I want the kids to be a little bit more sheltered. I want a nanny not to raise my kid, but to just help us to make sure that everything is right.
What is a nanny, though?
Like, a nanny is the person that's going to make sure the baby...
We don't know what that is. We got grandmother, we got uncles, we got aunts. I never heard of that.
Get you a nice Caribbean woman to be the nanny, man. I got a nice Trinidadian woman.
Oh, you got one?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Get a nice Trinidadian woman.
Nice.
Everyone has one, babe.
But you got to sit her down and interview her, though. Like, really talk to these people and make sure they're not crazy.
They be on camera spanking them kids.
Now the older kids are going to be like, we never had nannies.
First of all.
Right. I'm the nanny. I'm going to be the nanny.
The manny.
Right, whatever you want to call it.
I'm not leaving my child unattended with Papoose. That's shit.
Oh, stop. Listen, y'all. Remy don't want nobody else getting my love but her.
Right.
She know I'm obsessed with this child already, and she want to get in the way of that.
Well, look, we know you guys got to go, but I just want to say one other thing before y'all leave. While we were watching it, somebody in the room heard you telling your son, who's 18, that he's got to get out the house because he's grown. And she was like, oh, my God, he's only 18. Why is it time for him to leave yet?
It's time for all of them to leave, actually. Like, I feel like you have to start, and I don't mean just get out and go wherever. I'm gonna assist
Get it
him
together.
and help him where he's living and in college and things like that. But I don't want it to kind of be like with my daughter who's about to be 22 and she's still at the home. So I'm like, if she's 22, he's gonna think in his mind that he at least got 4 more years to cruise. So like, I gotta start getting him out.
She does have a job, and she does go to college.
Seasonal jobs don't count.
And you don't want to push them out there prematurely, and then they fall on their head. You gotta
You can always come back home,
take your
too.
time.
No, you can't come back.
It's dangerous out there.
Y'all got a nice 1-2 going on. Like Jada and Stop.
we don't agree on anything at all, period.
I always wanted this Remy Ma have the passwords to PAP account.
Yes.
Social media account.
There's no passwords.
Yeah.
No,
we both
yeah,
have
we
access
just,
to each other.
When you get DMs from girls, Pap, because I know everybody always trying to ruin a happy home. You show the queen?
Remy cursed them out before she see it before I do.
I don't really curse them out.
Yes, she do.
I was like,
she would blame somebody.
bitch, you thought I was gonna see this? First of all,
And let's be clear, Pap will curse somebody out too because we've seen that happen.
Oh, I'm gonna visit them
on social media also.
He be dragging it though. Sometimes I just be feeling like he's way worse than me.
We saw
Mine's
what
just
happened.
more out front.
What happened?
With 50 Cent when he said Remy was looking good.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. Have y'all spoken since then, Pap?
Nah.
But you know 50's a jokester.
Yeah, but I'm a joke back though.
Yeah, true.
I'm not. You know me. A lot of people who 50 be saying stuff to, they scared to say something back. But it's cool. It's all jokes though. I don't take it that serious.
Remy, you tried to smooth it over?
I tried. But it wasn't.
Remy
really,
liked the drama.
It wasn't really nothing to smooth up. Like the way I didn't take it seriously. Like I feel like the blogs took it more seriously.
Yeah, it's all jokes.
I pretty much know both of them, so they both are extremists and drag everything to the ends of the earth. So I was just like, whatever.
Let me be
I'm
happy
still
you're
blocked.
pregnant. Yeah.
Well, the show's on when? Every what?
Monday.
Every Monday,
9 o'clock.
October 1st, Monday, 9 p.m. VH1. Don't miss it, y'all. Meet the
We will
Mackies.
be tuned in.
Yes, and please come back next week or something, man.
I'll come back.
Gotcha.
All right.
I'll bring him too. You wanna come with me?
Ain't that something?
I love him.
Someone's got to drive.
It's Remy and Pap at the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Breakfast Club.
It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to these rumors. Let's talk Cardi B.
Listen up. It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, first of all, Cardi B had her first major performance at the Global Citizens Festival over the weekend. Everybody was excited to see her. Great job to Cardi B. But today, she's got to go and turn herself into the police. That's all in connection with that strip club fight that happened with 2 bartenders at Angel Strip Club in Queens. Yes.
I'm confused. She didn't hit nobody.
In that case?
Yeah, she didn't hit anybody. So why is she turning herself in?
Well, basically, she's being charged with 2 misdemeanors. Both women were badly hurt. They required medical care. But she allegedly told her posse, according to these women, to attack them.
Her posse?
The people she was with, to attack them with bottles.
Posse?
TMZ used that word.
Oh, white
to
people.
attack them with bottles and chairs. So she's not getting arrested when she turns herself in, but she will have to appear in court on the charges. Now,
Will they use Nicki Minaj's audio from Queen Radio against Cardi?
well, that is actually why
I'm sure.
this is all happening. Because,
Come on now. I told y'all Nicki was snitching. Come on, give me more. This is good.
Because, and actually I know this information from another source, but this is all happening because, and she knew she was going to have to turn herself in, from last week. But apparently this is happening because these women did go and speak out and give this information. It is basically like telling on someone. And so now she has to turn herself in.
Who gave the information? The girls.
Yes, the girls, when they spoke.
They did
an interview. No, they did an interview
They
on
did
Queen
an
Radio.
interview.
Oh.
And the interview, because these women said that, now Cardi's being arrested in connection with that strip club fight. So just them talking about, not like they went to the police and filed a report, just the fact that they did that, now the police are.
Well, you got to call it what it is. I mean, Nicki's an informant. That's cool.
She's not an informant.
She's a civilian. She's not in the street. So it's like she pointed something out. She saw a crime. She saw something. She said something.
She didn't say nothing.
She heard something. She said
the girls
something.
got on her show and did an interview.
Hey, man.
and talked about it. Now
Still-
Cardi's turning
still
herself
informing.
in. Now she's just going to go in and she's going to get a
This guy.
summons. So we'll see what happens from there. Cat Williams. Now let's talk about him. He had a lot to say over the weekend. He was on Insta Live, and he's still not going to squash any issues that he might have with Kevin Hart. So I guess we won't see him on his knees on the red carpet.
Whoa.
Like he was for Tiffany Haddish. Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, I'm not doing no more of them 100 city tours. I was doing that to prove a point. What I was doing is I was doing 50 shows, AEG, then switching over to Live Nation and doing 50 shows, then doing another one. For the last few years, like Kevin been pretending like he been world touring. That ain't been world touring. That been everywhere but here. Anywhere but coming through these mother hoods. So while he wasn't there and off making 85 million, I was over here not making 85 million. I don't mind $1 million a month and keeping my soul.
I can't tell you how much I don't listen to Cat Williams. You got to put Cat Williams in the same box as Kanye when they start ranting. I'm not falling for the same old tricks over and over.
All right, now he goes on to say that he is down to fight Kevin Hart.
Oh, God.
You wouldn't know the plastic cup boys if all of them walked in wearing plastic cups. So if I didn't put nobody on, I at least tried to put them on. But one thing for certain, I didn't take not 1% from no who ever worked with me, never ass. And I don't give a how many crips you pay. You gonna see me in real life, boy. I was just in the gym and I'm headed to Mayweather's. And I'm gonna knock your motherfucking mouth sideways, boy. Everybody just saw the fact that you will do anything to sell a movie.
Now, I thought about this.
That
What?
movie is the #1 movie over the
It
weekend.
is.
By the
Drop
way.
on the
Congratulations
to Kev Hart, yeah.
I thought about this.
What'd you thought about?
Would I know the plastic cup boys if they walked in the room wearing plastic cups? Yes, I would.
I would.
I know
Yes.
Spank.
Mm-hmm.
I know Naeem.
Naeem.
I know Wayne. I
Wayne.
know Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's.
I feel like I'm missing a couple.
Nah, that's the 4.
Oh, man, now you're proving Cat Williams
now
right.
you're
I'm just asking.
Damn it.
Well, I know the ones I should know. I guess I don't know.
Wow.
No,
We know the
What
ones.
does that
We know
mean?
the
I
ones
know
that
the
been up
ones I
here.
know.
Yeah, we know the ones
Spank
we
is
know.
my man. Drop one of clues, mom, for Spank.
Well,
Spank,
Cat's going to use this. in
Shout
his
to
next-
Naeem. Shout
Spank
to
actually
Wayne as
looked
well.
out for me this Saturday. I needed to get somebody some tickets to go to Kev's Jersey show, and Spank got me tickets. Thank you, Spank. I appreciate you.
All right, now he also goes on to talk about Kanye West, and here is what Cat Williams has to say about Kanye West and Nick Cannon and Kim Kardashian and all of that.
Crazy, Kanye. Why don't you contact me when you got something to say to Nick Cannon? You a college dropout. I ain't even got a high school diploma. F your ass up. Selling all them expensive ass, ugly, dirty ass looking clothes.
Where is Nick? Hold on, wait. Nick, you gotta say something. You gotta say something. Hey, that's my OG up there. Yo, that's
Kanye West versus Cat Williams. The battle of zero awareness. Who has more of a lack of awareness, Kanye West or Cat Williams?
Kanye.
I don't
Kanye.
Like, you think Kanye?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why do you think Kanye? Because I don't like to say people are crazy. They're just not aware they're making 0 cents.
He's aware.
Both of them talking, they make 0 cents.
Kanye's
If you
aware.
don't
But Cat
know
makes
0 cents. No.
makes incorrect statements about himself, but that's, you're supposed to
No,
big
you're
yourself
not supposed
up.
to lie about yourself.
Kanye
No.
talks about
Oh,
abolishing the 13th Amendment
Things he
and
don't know.
slavery was a choice. Those are bigger statements that are no awareness.
I think both of them have equal levels of zero awareness. And Kanye got dope sneakers. Drop on the clues bomb for them easy.
My
damn.
goodness.
Cat Williams
That
doesn't like
Envy's
them.
wearing today. Throw your feet up. What you wearing?
They
Which
can't
ones
see
you
it.
wearing?
They can't see it
I
anyway.
want to see for my own
You wanna
personal
see-
benefit.
you wanna
What
see-
you
you wanna
wearing?
see what
You got
you
the
find out?
700 or the 350?
You know, I got the
The 700s. Okay.
All right, guys. I'm Angela Yee, and that's your
All right.
rumor report.
Okay. All right.
All right, we're going to get this Kanye mix on right now. Let me, I'm just kidding. I swear, no, we're not.
Do a Cat Williams mix.
We're not. People's Choice Mix is up next. Let me know what you want to hear. 800-585-1051. Get your request in right now. And Revolt is not here this week. I don't know where Revolt is. I thought Revolt just took off a week ago.
Here's the thing. Revolt has another show called State of the Culture, hosted by Joe Budden.